I want to quickly say Merry Christmas again. And I couldn't believe it, coming out with this great number at midnight. It reminds me sometimes, it didn't happen tonight. Every now and then, when there is a midnight mass, people will call and say, Father, what time is midnight mass? True story. And then I said to one person, I don't understand, what do you mean? He said, oh, some other time the midnight mass was celebrated at 11 p.m. Well, that was not midnight. This one is midnight, okay? So thank you for being here. Thank you. Now, if you have been coming regularly, or if you have been invited by a family member, or you just chose to come for whatever reason, we are very happy that you all are here. Now, you came to the right mass, okay? I know that somebody might say, which one is the right mass? Every mass is the right mass, but if you came at 4 p.m., the chapel was completely packed, so was the main church, in the library, and downstairs. There was no room in the inn. So that's why I said you came to the right one. You can stretch out and own your place. Now, every now and then I go to visit children at Montini in religious education classes. This time around, one of them said to me, Father, I have a Christmas joke for you. And I love the joke from the kids. And she said to me, do you know why Jesus was born in a manger in Bethlehem? I said, sure, I do. And I started the theology. I said, Bethlehem means city of bread, and Jesus was born in a manger, like a place you put food, like bread, because the sheep or the animals represent all of us who are the sheep, and God is the shepherd. He was born so he will become bread, so that when we come to Mass, we will eat him, the bread of life. And the girl said to me, Father, that is all over my head. Make it simple. So what do you mean by make it simple? She said to me, Jesus was born in a manger in Bethlehem because Joseph forgot to book a place in the inn. So she said to me, when you go to church, just make it easy to people. Tell them if they want Jesus to be born in their heart, they need to make a place for him in the inn. And she said, if you do that, you're done. All right? So I'm just going to do what the girl told me. We've been waiting for Christmas for a very long time, and precisely within the past 4 weeks, we prepared with works of charity. We reach out to our brothers and sisters in the community and even beyond the community. I want to thank you for your donation, money you put in, the food you brought. We reach out to our brothers and sisters. With prayer, with coming to Mass and different things, we prepared for Jesus to be born. Here is how he's going to be born. When I open my heart, when you open your heart, if anyone closes his heart or her heart, he's not going to force to come in. When he is born in your heart, when we open our heart for him to be born, you're going to experience the peace no one is going to tell you. Sometimes there are things that stand on the way so that Jesus cannot come in. Anger, hatred, holding on to something we know is wrong. We can tell him at this Mass, we're going to let it go and create a place within our heart for you to be born in our heart. Jesus wants to be born in our heart, but at the same time, he also wants each one of us to be born in him. Imagine you being born in Jesus and Jesus being born in you again. Now, if you are born in Jesus and Jesus is born in you, you're going to experience the same thing that Mary and Joseph experienced. Even though there was turbulence out there, it was cold, they gave birth in a manger, the condition was not very conducive, yet there was peace in their heart because they had the author of peace. The same thing is going to happen to us. If anybody waits for a time that life is going to be perfect before the person can be peaceful, you're not going to get it. But when we hold on to Jesus, even with the disappointments of life, even with the ups and downs that we experience every single day, just like Mary and Joseph out there in the cold, but they experienced that peace because they had the author of peace, Jesus. That's what happens to us when we open our heart and receive him and let go everything that can stand on the way, everything that can stop him from being born into our heart. We've got to follow the example of Mary and the example of Joseph. You know what Mary and Joseph did? Total obedience to God. Total obedience. Joseph had made the plan how he wanted his family to be and how he wanted his marriage to be. Suddenly, his wife conceived. Who would accept that? Who would accept that? The angel of the Lord came to him and said, you know, you've had your own plans. Here is God's plan. Will you align your own plan with God's plan? And Joseph, in total acquiescence, said yes to the Lord. So did Mary, our mother, notwithstanding the risk that she bore in order to be the mother of Jesus. Those are good examples for each one of us who want Jesus to be born in our heart. Reaching out to a brother or sister, yeah, I know he may have hurt you. I know maybe you think he does not merit your forgiveness. That father, that mother, that family member, or someone in your place of work, or someone in the church, maybe he doesn't really deserve the way you think so. But because God has been generous and kind to us, even when we did not deserve it, we reach out to that brother and that sister and say, in the name of Jesus, who is born at Christmas in my heart, I forgive you. That is how we open our hearts. And take the example of Joseph and Mary by saying yes to our heart, to God and Jesus, giving him a place in the inn, so Jesus will be born in our heart. And he will bring his peace, because he is the Prince of Peace, to my heart, to your heart, to your families, to our country, indeed to the world. First of all, open your heart. Let him in, Jesus, the Prince of Life, the Prince of Peace and Prince of Happiness. Let him be born in our hearts. Merry Christmas.